Hello everyone and welcome again in Canada. So it's April the 3rd and as you see behind me everywhere, it snowed again. Yes, April and 3rd and with snow everywhere. Just as behind me you can see the street. It used to be just yesterday or the day before all concrete. Now it's all white again. Well, this is how you live here in Canada, especially like in the provinces. In April, it's all still white. And you're just thinking, everything is fine, now everything is melting. Spring is coming, spring is on the way. And then suddenly, snow everywhere again. And it takes like a day or several days until everything melts again and you're back again. So this is like getting on your nerves, like when you're really in April and you're thinking about spring and you see the rest of Canada or like part on the coast are having really beautiful days, it's green everything, and you are stuck with all the white snow. By the way, as you can see, I'm wearing a thicker jacket because it's now -8. It got cold again suddenly. When you're here, even if you're from the United States and you're coming to Canada, do invest in good clothing because like you need warm stuff. Like you see my gloves, they're just right now like for the springtime because now it's not too cold, but you do need some that are really warm inside. Like you see it all the time with new arrivals. I was the same way. You're arriving from countries like Germany, England or America, and then you have like your winter clothes, right? But it's nothing really compared to what you need here. You need really clothes that can withstand -30 degrees because it can get -30 degrees, -20 and more in the afternoon. So suddenly like you're freezing, your face will freeze up, so you need cover up the face. And it's so funny, you see who are foreigners right away and not those who are born here because of what they are wearing. People who are just like putting their scarves around their faces, and believe me, it's not good enough. You will freeze. The first year we didn't invest anything like in buying new clothes. We were just like, we tough it out, it's okay. And then later we were like, no, we have to buy something better. And so we started with clothes and everything. And then still we were a bit too cheap, to be honest with you. We didn't invest in what we should have bought. And like this stuff what I'm wearing, my ex-wife bought it for me because she was like, Eugene, you're in Canada, it's cold and everything, and she's like from China, Hong Kong, China, and like even she was like, Eugene, you have to prepare yourselves for winter time. Like I have some nice clothes, but she was like, no, you need something for -30 degrees, -40 degrees, so you can be more protective. And she was right, of course. I was just like too cheap at the beginning, and I wanted like something pretty more. But here in Canada, you have to be prepared because one of the things is you can get stuck suddenly somewhere in the cold when your car stops. Happens. The battery freezes up and stuff, or there's traffic because there's like some accidents, or your bus doesn't arrive. Happened to me all the time when I was in the university. Maybe like half an hour you're waiting for the bus, still not there, and then like you have to wait for the next one. You look at the clock and you're like, should I just go home? And then like, no, it's like not worth it. Like you go home for 5 minutes and then again going out. No, you just toughing it out, staying there. But it gets tough with -30 degrees. The wind is blowing. Really, it gets tough. So do protect yourself when you come here. Do buy the proper clothing because it will get cold. And one more thing. Sometimes it snows like a lot. Like we have been lucky, it's just like a little bit. It's just a spring snow, nothing too bad, right? But sometimes it snows like a lot. And the thing is, Canadians are like amazing. If they are male, female, or whatnot, in between and everything about, it doesn't matter like what's skin color. Canadians who are like born in Canada, you see them right in the morning, especially like the older people. 7 in the morning, suddenly you hear scraping, and you see like old grannies, old grandpas outside shoveling snow. Respect. Like I'm just getting up, I'm like, oh my god, I need a coffee first, and look outside, and they're already up and shoveling all the snow. And yeah, so it's like the mentality. You have to be a bit more tough here, because with all the snow and everything, if you don't want to handle it, first of all, like you would need to live in an apartment or to live on the coast, because here it gets tough with all the snow, snow removal and everything. And in our province, where I live in Saskatchewan, you do have to clean all the snow around your property. So here the walk around the pedestrian road, I forgot how the British say it. Anyhow, like you have to clean it yourself, and you have to clean it within 24 hours when the snow fell. Doesn't sound bad, right? Except if it's a lot of snow, then you have suddenly to clean it. And it is a good thing that people have to clean it, because otherwise it would be just like everything would be stuck and nobody can get out. And like you have to think about the older people, like older folks, people like in wheelchairs, they have to get through it. So be prepared to really clean it all the time. If you're a newcomer, you might not know it, but you do have to clean it all the time. And just like I remember one friend I had, a female friend, we came from her home and drove in her muscle car. Canadians, they don't drive in like what I'm driving, Toyota Yaris. They drive muscle cars, trucks and such. So we're driving from her home to my home, and we see, oh, her exhaust is completely full with ice. Can happen here. And then she's like, can you get me a screwdriver? I'm like, okay, getting her a screwdriver. She's like, yeah, we have to to get rid of the ice in the exhaust. I'm like, okay, I tried. Like, I don't want to break anything. So we are standing there. She's like, look at me, takes it away from me and starts stabbing into it and like getting the ice out. People driving by, my brothers are looking from the window, and my father. And then my father's like, Eugene, I am not ashamed. A woman had to help you. He's like a bit more old tradition, not completely like others, but he's like, Eugene, it's your responsibility. I'm like, dude, like I didn't even know how, like what I was supposed to do. And she's like tough, so she just did it. And this is like about what I said, people like in Canada, they're a bit more tough. So it's a good thing, I think, really. But yeah, get used to it. If you live here in the prairies, this is how April looks like. All snow. So see you in the next time. See ya.